All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ocean Outlast Expert. Hope everyone's doing great. I know that I am. We are jumping right back on into things today. And we did stream this on Friday. I believe that was, what is today? The 8th. I'm recording this on the 8th, so yesterday was the 7th, so the 6th. So November 6th, we recorded, or not recorded, we streamed this game save over on Twitch. I have it linked down in the description down below. It's like twitch.tv/Jaboy, I believe it is. It's easier if you just go down in the description, you click the link over there. But you can catch up on the recap over there. It was actually a pretty laid back stream. We did a decent amount of adventuring, which was actually pretty cool to go and find a new place that we could explore and defeat enemies and everything like that. It wasn't super crazy, and that's why I kind of did it on a stream. It also took like an hour and a half of the stream to get through this place. It was massive. And it started pretty high up, probably like Y level 60, went all the way down to bedrock before we finally got to the boss, and then we were able to take the boss out, which was awesome. It was cool. And then after that, we came back here to the base, and it's so weird to look at this. I feel like our FOV is off of alignment here. But anyway, we came back to the base, and we went off of a hunch, or not a hunch, a suggestion from a viewer out there around these lost crates, as well as the jackpot crate. So you might be wondering what I am talking about. Well, if we go into the shop here, you go to the lost loot, you can get jackpot machines. Basically, what these will do is they will give you a random assortment of monies. So the most that you can get is 10 million coins at a 0.11% chance rate of getting it. So fairly low, actually, if you think about it. Not even a 1% chance rate of getting it. Up to your most common, which I believe is this one down here, which would be 10 coins at 11.4% chance. So you can see here 10, 15, it keeps going up. You get into the hundreds. You can get some re-rolls, which are really cool. Re-rolls, just basically you re-roll that roll that you had. So it's interesting. It's kind of cool. We get up into the thousands here, and then you have a chance to get 100,000. Free spins are awesome as well. If you get free spins, they basically just are what they are. It's a free amount of the crates that you can spin. You don't pay any money for them, you just get them. And typically they come in quantities of 10 when you do get those. You have a chance to get 1 million. You also have a chance to get these lost crates, which go, I think they come in about 25 per that you find them. And then obviously the 10 million there. And you might have already noticed, we played it quite a bit. Yes, we are sitting at 106 million coins, which is pretty crazy. It makes going through and getting a lot of this stuff very, very easy to do. The lost crate as well, I was touching briefly on the lost crate here. This offers a great opportunity to get a bunch of different loot. Now, some of it may be a little bit cheaty, but I feel like it's balanced enough to where it's like you couldn't get to this point and just beat the game. It'll definitely help you progress a little bit further, which is what it did for us. It helped us progress a little bit more. But I don't think it fully breaks everything. And it does offer some cool opportunities around certain quests, because there are certain quests around creative items. I know it's been a question that has come up quite a bit, not only here on the channel, but over in the Ocean Outlast Discord as well, is around creative items that will come from these loot bags, or these loot crates, I should say. Well, it's been answered many different times, but I will call it out here. You go into your quests, you go all the way down to challenges here, and there's a whole area right here around creative items. Now, this is set up like this on purpose, because you can get these creative items. Now, not all of them work in the functionality that you would hope for them to work for. So you can turn them in here, but some of them do. Some of them are very useful. But basically, you just get rewards from it. So, for example, creative storage upgrade for our drawers. You can get this. There is no reward behind it. But it's pretty cool to get because basically you just get unlimited storage. That's just what it is. Like if we go into uses here, near infinite storage for it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There's also this creative wireless terminals quest line. You do have to turn in a couple of them actually. It's like I think it's a few. Yeah. 4 different ones that you need to get. 4 different ones. Yeah, that's what you need. 4 different wireless ultimate terminals you need to get up and going, and you get a super crate, a lost crate, and 2.5 million coins. Again, it's pretty cool. You can get a bunch of other stuff too. Now, none of this stuff over here we got from it, so I'm guessing you can't get it from a... Yeah, this one you have to make yourself, and I'm assuming with these other ones as well, there's recipes for them that you can actually make them. Let's double check on this one. Yeah. Whereas all of these, you can't make it. I believe you can only get it from a lost crate like this one. The Flux Sponge. It drains all flux from a 9x9 chunk. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. From Thaumcraft. But yeah, we've gotten all these, so we got a bunch of monies from those. And we also have a creative modifier, which we could turn in. We actually have it on inventory, so let's actually turn it in right now. We could turn it in. We get one back, so that's why I wasn't worried about it. We get 15,000 coins and another lost crate, so we'll open that bad boy up. And we also do have this 10 million coins. You turn it in, you get 10,000 in a lost crate. Not really a great deal. Definitely wouldn't recommend doing that one. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. We were also able to get some affinity catalysts because you can get those from the super crates. But I've been blabbering on. Let's see. Open message in a bottle. Dear fans, hi, sincerely, Shadow Claimer. I believe that's the mod author for that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the other thing too is you might have noticed, we're sitting at 219 levels. That's from opening up a lot of lost crates. It just kind of happens that way. You open it up and you have a good chance of getting experience from it. So yes, some may deem it as being a little bit game breaking in certain aspects, but I mean, you have to take into consideration what all you need to do in order to even get to that point. There's a lot of things that you have to kind of make your way for. For us, what we had to do was get enough coins so that we could start even playing the jackpot machines, which cost 4,500 coins to begin with. And even then, I probably went through, I don't know, let's say maybe 20, 30 of them before I hit even a million. But it only takes that one time. Once you hit that first million or that first 100,000, you're pretty much set. I mean, you could go for a long time off of just that little chunk of change. So, and that's what we did. We did a lot of that. So I know at the tail end, it kind of was tedious or very repetitive around that. But I was just having a good time and we were just kind of hanging out. So anywho, so what are we doing today? Well, if you guys recall, in the last 2 episodes, we have been trying to get into applied energistics. Now, we could still continue to go down that path. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I was thinking about getting up and running a wither chamber. So a confined space that we could summon withers within and take them out without us getting hurt from it. Now, there are ways to do this in vanilla Minecraft. So if you are interested in that, just look up different videos online. There's a way that you can do it with certain bedrock. Some people do it in the nether. There's a whole bunch of different ways if you're in base vanilla, but we're not. We have the nice opportunity to utilize mod items in order to help us come up with this chamber, just like an item that you guys cannot see because it is hidden behind my camera right here. So let me pull it up here. Reinforced glass, and then we also have reinforced obsidian. So both of these are perfect. If you hover over this item here, it shows it right there, witherproof. Now, I do want to double check once we get it up and going. I have not tested this, honestly. So this is going to be a test in itself. If it goes catastrophically wrong, then obviously we know that there's a different way that we should be doing this. But hopefully by witherproof, it means that it's actually witherproof. So we'll see. But it's actually pretty straightforward to make. All you need is obsidian and some dirty glass. And dirty glass is soul sand with normal glass. So we are going to need some resources here. let's see what we got. Do we have a lot of glass? We do not have a lot of glass. How about sand? You know what? Honestly, we don't really have that much sand either. But yeah, we don't have that much sand either. Okay. But we do need to cook it up. That is for certain. We do need to get this bad boy going. Cook a bunch of that stuff up. What else do we need? Well, obsidian. And we need a decent amount of it. So, let's take a peek here. How are we doing on our obsidian? Yikes, pretty low there. So, why don't we jump all the way down into our basement here and take advantage of a machine that we had set up quite some time ago, which is our automated obsidian maker. So just a quick recap, I did have an episode out on this quite some time ago, but if you are interested in knowing a little bit more, I'll run you through it real quick. So basically all it is you have a magma block here. These are pretty straightforward to make. Look it up real quick. I thought it was magma block. Lava block? Is that what it is? Maybe it's, it's the nether or lava infused stone. I'm sorry. So it's this really easy to do. You just need a bucket of lava and some hardened stone from tiny progressions, unhardened stone cooked up, and this is how you make the unhardened stone, which is really, really simple to do. So you get one of those, you place it like so. On this side, you have a fluid placer from Actually Additions. Again, it's pretty straightforward to make. It's not that hard. If you can spell, unlike me. All right, fluid placer. Very, very straightforward. You just need a placer, an auto placer with buckets, some basic coils, and a crystal, lapis crystal. And then what I did, and you can do it differently, you could have it set up to an aqueous accumulator, just an infinite water pool, a water pump, something different. But all I did was create a sink from cooking for blockheads because it does act as an infinite water source. And then I have a fluid duct hooked up to it, so it is placing into our fluid placer. And then all it does is it places the water, it hits the lava block, and it instantly turns it to obsidian. Then on the other side, I have a block breaker. Again, very, very, very easy to make. Block, which one do I have here? From Open Blocks. Just very straightforward. Diamond pickaxe, if you guys have been keeping them from your loot bags, you should have plenty to do that. And then you just put a lever on it, which is really straightforward. And then I have it hooked up to a drawer to hold on to it. Now I have it hooked up to a compacting drawer. I guess it doesn't really make sense for us to have it hooked up to a compacting drawer. I have upgrade on there? Yeah, I do. Because we're not really looking to compact it, we just want to keep it. Like, that's pretty much the gist of it, is we just want it to be down here. So we'll do that, and then we'll throw it in there. And then as you see, it'll just kind of keep going. And since we did place that down, we're going to want to put a quantifier key on there so we can keep track of it. But yeah, that's just going to keep doing its thing and keep making a bunch of obsidian for us, which would be perfect because we need a lot of it in order to get things going. Now, the other thing that will come into question is, where do we put it? Well, obviously, we don't want it super close to our base because we don't want to just get, everything completely destroyed. So I'm thinking maybe we'll place it over in this direction right here. We've already taken out a decent amount of this area by just mining things out. So why don't we try to place it over here? It's not going to be the most pretty, that is for certain. But I think it would work fine because the other option we have is if we were to dig it straight down from here and just keep going down and get another elevator and kind of plop down. I'll have to think on it. I'm kind of leaning more towards that to keep it uniform, but we do have this area that we no longer use down here that would be kind of nice to start utilizing a little bit more. But we'd also have to clean it up. It would be a whole thing. I don't know yet. I'll think on it. I'm going to let things run here. I do need to get more sand as well to cook up some more glass so we can get things going. So with that being said, we will be right back. All right, guys. So I've done a little bit of work off camera, obviously, to get things ready. And I did want to call out one thing before I crafted up the last component that I had here. So the one part of this is the reinforced obsidian. Now there's two ways you can do this. Through reinforced obsidian ingots, which are kind of weird. Like, it's just basically the opposite of a reinforced obsidian. So you have to make reinforced obsidian, place it in a crafting table, and then you get the ingots. It's strange. But anywho, this is the crafting recipe to get the blocks of reinforced obsidian. Iron bars and obsidian. Very, very straightforward. Now for us, because we did that adventuring in our stream, the dungeon that we went into had a ton of iron bars, and I mean a ton of them. So much to the point that we came back with 816 iron bars. And I knew in my mind before we went there that I had this idea to make the wither chamber for us to utilize. So I kind of knew that we were going to need them, so I made sure I collected them along the way. But yeah, so great way to do that is just to go out adventuring and collect them. It's also a great way if you are looking to make iron to do it like so as well. So we need a lot of these. So I'm going to get like maybe a stack or two to start with. And then what we're also going to need is our exchanging gadget here. Now, another thing I did want to mention that I kind of didn't think of until this point in time is well, someone recommended it to me, to be fair. But we've been waiting to get iridium from our void ore miner. We're up to 4 from it now that we have sitting in our little storage there. But if we look at our inventory, we're only sitting at 50. And we need well over 100 in order to actually get to where we want to be. So what someone had recommended is that on a void ore miner, you can actually use time in a bottle on it. Now, I haven't tested this, so we're going to test it and see if it works. You may have also noticed we do have some more Spectre coils here that are adding energy. We did get those from our lost crates, another great way to get those. So if we hit the void ore miner with that, and we check it in here, is it really like populating it that much quicker? It doesn't really seem to be. I mean, we could hit kind of every piece of it, kind of, to like see if it'll populate quicker. I don't know. It doesn't really seem to be going much quicker than what it was before. So maybe that isn't too accurate. But anywho, so you might be wondering where we have decided to actually set up our wither chamber. Well, we have this nice, ugly looking battle tower over here that's submerged partially. And I was like, hey, why don't we repurpose this? So that is what I am thinking. We are going to repurpose this old and ugly battle tower to make it look nice. And to make it have a purpose other than just sitting here, well, with no purpose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. We're going to get these placed in here. And yeah, this is going to be the plan here. We're going to try to get these all in here. I'm thinking that this will then be a little platform that we can sit on. We'll spawn in the wither, like be able to go in there, spawn them in, and then back out here, and then be able to take them out from a distance. That's kind of my idea behind it. Again, you guys might already be clickety-clacking on your keyboards here saying, hey, dude, this isn't going to work right. I don't even know yet. So, you know, if it's not going to work right, it's not going to work right. But I am giving it a try without testing it. So, not always recommended, but hey, sometimes that is what you got to do. And hopefully, in the end here, it turns out and does exactly what we want it to do. Which is house the wither for us. And not, you know, have it wandering off into all different directions. Which would be very, very nice. Very nice indeed. So, we're going to get this base layer down. You might be wondering, hey, why are you doing this base layer? Well, that's because it'll make it a lot easier when I come in here, take our exchanging tool, right? And we're going to click onto that. And we just wanted to do that. So, we only wanted to work on these surfaces out here. So, let's go to the outside and make sure that I have this set up properly. Yep, so it's only going to work above that point because it's not connected. So if I do this, just like so, it'll place them in. Just like so, get those in there, all the way around. Now, obviously, you can see we are already running out fairly quickly, so it's going to take a decent amount of these to get everything up and going. Yeah, as you can see, we don't have any left. So I'm going to go around. I'll get this set up to a good point. I'll bring you guys on back, and hopefully we'll be at the point where we can test it out and see if it works properly. So we will be right back. All right, guys, so we have it up and running here. actually not up and running, it's just ready to go. We haven't tested it yet, so we're gonna see how it goes, but I think it looks pretty sharp, if I do say so myself. I added in some purple lights around it just to give it some more aesthetic, and obviously we'll probably modify it a little bit more as we go, but I just felt like it breathed some more some new light into this kind of just unuseful structure that we had here. So we're gonna try it out. Well, hopefully hopefully it'll work. I really don't know. So I think I have everything I need. Actually, I don't. I only have 2 wither skeleton skulls. We do need some soul sand as well, and then we're gonna have to get another wither skeleton skull. Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna try it out with this. Let me go. I think I might have one over in our mob farm. If not, we will have to unfortunately farm some wither skeletons in order to get that running. I really hope this does work. Otherwise, it's gonna be kind of a waste. I mean, it's a learning opportunity, that is for certain. Aha, we do have some more, so we'll grab that for the time being. We can always come back. Actually, you know what we should do is we should actually just throw our wither skeleton into our farm here and let it go for a little bit. We'll take that out. We'll put the wither skeleton in. We'll kick it off. I believe that this one is still going. Yep. So that will go for the time being. We did have a squid in there. I think I was trying to get ink sacs. I was trying to get some black dye from ink sacs. So, all right, guys, this is gonna be the true test here. The test of the chamber. If it does not work, epic fail. But if it does work, it'll be amazing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna stand far enough back. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Watch everything just gets destroyed. Okay, so this might not be good. Where did he go? Oh, he's in there. Okay, cool. And so far, so good. It does look like he is trapped in there, which is awesome. He's not able to destroy any of our blocks or our glass. He did knock off the he did knock off our whatchamacallit, our torches. He did knock off our torches, unfortunately, but that's okay. We took him out pretty easy. We actually did get a heart container. I'm definitely going to use that and do some of this to help boost our hearts back. But we didn't even get a wither or another star from that. So unfortunately, we're going to have to try again. But I am really happy. This worked out great so far. So let's keep trying and see what we can get. I think we might be able to use like a mob spawner setup, but I don't really know. It's kind of hard with bosses to say exactly how it'll work. So let's try maybe 1 or 2 more times and we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. So I went through and I killed 1 additional wither there off camera because I wanted to see something. If you guys saw, the first one that we killed, we did not get another star from him, which is strange because I was pretty sure it's guaranteed you get another star. So I went ahead, I did it again, and again, I didn't get another star. So I was like, what is going on here? And I have a theory, but I want to test it out more. And unfortunately, we have to spawn in another wither. Well, unfortunately slash unfortunately. I do need to extend this out a little bit more because I realized standing at the end, you'll still get hit by an explosion if it's close enough. But I'm pretty positive that if we kill the wither with with our laser gun here, we do not get the drops from it. So I'm going to try to get him low down, just like so, and then come in with my sword to finish him off. And see if we can do it. Okay, we got him finished off here. Holy smokes, there's a bunch of wither skeletons in here. But we got him taken out, and that time we did indeed get another star. We got some Supremium, Inferium, and so on and so forth. So I think that is my theory. I think my theory might be correct on that one. I do not think that if you kill, or I do think that if you kill a wither with our laser gun here, with the final shot, I should say, that we don't get our nether star, because we did it that time with our sword, and we actually were able to get the nether star. So that is my theory on that one. I think that is what I think that's what it is. I think you can't take them out with the laser gun fully. You can get their health down a decent amount, but to fully get them down, you cannot do that like so. Is this still running? We're out of essence completely, which means I have to bring in the primitive mobs here, our baby spiders. There we go. Throw that in there. And what we should also do is just turn the light off in general, so stuff will spawn. So how do? We only got 2 more, which isn't too bad, so that'll give us a chance for 1 more wither, but I'm not going to necessarily do that right now. I feel like we kind of got the gist of the idea behind it, that it'll spawn. Actually, you know what? No, let's go for it. Let's test our theory, just to double confirm it, and see if that ultimately is the case. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that, and then we're going to come up here, and we're going to do boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to really quickly get out of here. Go into F1 here. And just get, hopefully, a nice screenshot there. Somehow. Maybe. Alright. But it's so nice to have this containment here, so then we can keep them in one spot. And we also get these withers, skeletons spawning in there. Alright, just low enough down. And then we come in with our sword to finish the job. And that time we did, once again, get our nether star. Now, we didn't get anything else. I will note that. We did not get anything else here other than the nether star. So it might be random. I also do want to mention we do have looting 3 on that, whereas our laser gun, it does have looting 3, but it might not act the same way as our sword may. I don't really know. I'm not 100% sure, to be completely honest with you, on what's going on with that. But I am happy that it's working. We have an awesome place that we can come. We can spawn our withers in. It does look kind of funky. I'll probably alter it a little bit, make it look a little bit different. Maybe, I don't know, add something cool to it. Maybe we'll add some chains to hold the lanterns or something like that. I don't know. I haven't fully decided on the design yet. It'll get tinkered as we go, as per normal, right? I mean, that's how it always is. Holy smokes, do we have a backlog here? Let's get this out of here. I don't know what's going on here. Why do we have such a backlog of things? What is stuck here? I think it's just taking its time to filter through everything. Things were spawning in way too quickly. What is going on here? Everything going okay here? Now it doesn't want to pick it up because I came too close to it. That's what it is. And do I really want to pick all that up? Not really. So we're going to leave it in there. It'll despawn. It's fine. And the other thing we could do actually is put in. We got a bunch of extract upgrade speed items here. We could easily throw them in there to make sure that that thing is working as efficiently as possible. I don't know if things are despawning or getting picked up. I think they're getting picked up there. We do have that pause. Let's throw that in there though. Quick update on legendary loot bags. 612 possible we could get. Crazy. The other thing too, going off of my comments at the start of the episode around how we can get a lot of coins. Well, because of that, I have since decommissioned our cobblestone generator to get coins. We just don't need it anymore. We still do have 33,000 coins chilling up here, but again, we don't need them. And I figured, you know what? Why don't we make it a tradition now? We're going to wrap out the end of the episodes by opening some lost crates. Now, let me think here. I think maybe like 3 of them would be good. I think 3 would be ultimately good. You know what? It's a little bit dark in here. Let's boost up our light here a little bit. 3 of them. I think that's pretty fair. So let's see what we get. An energetic alloy ingot. Red tulip seeds, and finally, to wrap us out, we did get an opium core perfected from extra utilities. Interesting. It looks like you can add this to some cool items here, like a bow and a fire axe. Really? How do you make these? You do need nether stars, so that's actually a pretty good find to get that. And then the energetic alloy is really good as well. We will obviously use those at some point in time. But guys, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below. To give you a better perspective in the next episode, we're probably going to jump back towards the applied energistics, back towards the mystical agriculture side of things. Maybe. That's my ultimate plan. That's the kind of the plans forward. So if you do want to see more of it, highly recommend you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, you hit that bell notification. It lets you know every single time I post a new episode, which happens to be Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then the weekends as well. Mondays and Fridays are saved for our streams, which I, again, have linked down in the description down below if you are interested, along with our Discord. If you want to join the community, stay up to date what's going on. It's a cool place to jump in. Not always super chatty over there, which is kind of nice because not a lot of people like those many notifications. But hey, if you do want to jump in, answer questions, I'm always try to make myself available to answer questions and chit chat with you guys. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate it so very much. I'll catch you all in the next episode. Take it easy.